Hello and welcome to Breath to Motion. My name is Ashton and I'm really excited for class today. This class is for all of the people who have ever reached out requesting a breakdown of how to link breath to motion in our yoga practice. Now, you'll see this especially in sun salutations and in Vinyasa style yoga. In fact, a loose definition of Vinyasa is linking breath to motion in a continuous flow. I love this class so much because my roots, both as a student and yoga teacher, are in Power Vinyasa. And over the years, I have been asked by hundreds of students, both online and in person, about how to really activate this practice. And I'm here to teach you that today. The benefit of really learning how to link our breath with our motion is twofold. We experience a greater sense of presence and mindfulness on the mat, and we also empower our movements throughout each pose. So when we're just starting off in our yoga practice, we often think, well, we're breathing naturally, right? So that must be breathing in yoga. Fair. However, it's when we begin to activate a really conscious breathing and paying attention to linking our breath to our motion, whether it's vinyasa or any style of yoga, that our practice gains a deeper level of awareness. This is a great class if you are newer to yoga or wanting to deepen your understanding of vinyasa style yoga. It's also a great refresher for any level as a simple practice you can come to anytime you really want to work on linking breath to motion. All you'll need is your yoga mat, so when you're ready, meet me on it and let's get started. All right, so to begin, we're going to practice just a very simple movement so we can get used to linking breath to motion. Starting in a seated position, we're just going to inhale to take our arms up overhead and exhale, hands through heart center. Good, keep going. We're breathing in and out through our nose and exhaling, bringing hands to heart. Now, as you continue moving here, you want to always think about inhaling on the expansion and exhaling on the contraction, like so. We want to inhale to expand our arms up and then exhale as we guide them through our heart. Good, one more time. Try to take a full breath to this movement and then a full exhale, emptying your lungs as we come back through center. Awesome job. Let's add on now. So from here, bringing your right hand down, inhale to lengthen up and over, and then exhale to reach and extend. Good. Inhale to come through center. So we're expanding through center, and then exhaling up and over as we contract through the left rib cage. Good. Flow with your breath here. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, up and over. And now on your own, 2 times through. Final time here. Good. And then inhale your way back to center where we'll meet, taking both arms up, and exhale, guiding hands to heart. Just take a quick moment here to check in with your body and notice if there were any shifts already. For me, I always notice if my mind's racing or if I'm coming from a busy day, as soon as I step on my mat and connect to the breath, it helps really ground me in presence. All right, so now that we have this basic premise of inhaling and exhaling, let's connect this to Surya Namaskar A, or Sun Salutation A. So we're gonna meet at the front of the mat in standing, Tadasana. Now, you'll start off just like this at the top of your mat with your feet hip-width distance apart, and then I'll just turn to face you to start. Now, before we get into the full sun salutation, let's try that same practice again. Inhale, take your arms up, and exhale, hands through heart. Good. One more time. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, hands through heart. Good. Now, in sun salutations, which are practiced very commonly in Vinyasa yoga, we always link one breath to one motion in a continuous flow. So we're going to add on a bit to demonstrate that. With your inhale, take your arms up. And this time, here comes a change. Exhale, arms come out wide as we swan dive to forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift, hands to shins or thighs. And exhale to fold. With your inhale, reverse swan dive, take your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands through heart. Great job. Now I'm just going to meet you at the front of the mat as we begin to go through a full Sun Salutation A or Surya Namaskar A. This is one of the most common Sun Salutations you'll practice in a given class. Sun Salutation B adds on to what we learn in Sun A. And then there's also Sun Salutation C, which is arguably the least common. So back to Surya Namaskar A. Here we go. With your inhale, take your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Move nice and slow. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And this time, here we come. We're going to add on by planting the palms and stepping ourselves back to plank position. Good. Now, as a quick note in plank, you can always modify by dropping one or both knees down here. All right, now from your plank pose, we inhale to shift forward onto the toes and exhale to lower through a chaturanga, pausing when we're halfway down. Inhale to release to the top of your feet as you lift your chest for Cobra, Bhujangasana, and then tucking your toes as you exhale, lifting your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Good. With your inhale breath, look forward and step forward into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and inhale. Reverse swan dive, arms all the way up. Exhaling, hand through heart. Now, let's go one more time through, one breath to one motion, nice and slow. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, fold. Inhale to expand, spine lifting and straightening forward, and exhale to contract as we fold. Good. From here, plant the palms. Step yourself back to plank as we inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lowering down halfway. Inhale for Cobra pose. And exhale, tucking your toes, lifting your hips up and back down dog. Good. Now, this time as we prepare for the step forward, you can bend your knees here. And this will help you. So number one, if you're still working on that step up, bending your knees and then really lifting that foot in towards your chest using the strength of your core will help you with that step up. And if you're not making that full step up yet, that's totally fine. Just step your foot up as high as you can and then help yourself, boop, get there the rest. Good. And then same with side two. Our second option here, if you're ready to try the jump up, if it's not already part of your practice, is from your bent knee position. You're going to look between your thumbs and then spring off the balls of your feet, coming into a halfway lift, however you want to get there. And then with your exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Take your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands through heart center. Great job. Now, from here, we're going to take it through, and I'll continue linking breath to motion, but we're just going to speed up the pace a little bit. So here we go. Inhale, arms up overhead, Utthita Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. And exhale, palms plant. Same concept for the jump back. Springing off the balls of the feet, you can jump the feet back or step them back coming into plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, releasing to the tops of the feet for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. And then exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Here we go. Bend your knees, step walk or jump, top of the space. Inhale, breath for your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Take your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands through heart. Here we go. We're going to move into our flow as we add on a few poses throughout, continuing, of course, to link our breath with our motion. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, palms plant. Travel back. Plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward dog. This time we're going to pause here. Take a deep inhale and exhale. This time with your inhale, lift your heels. And with your exhale, press them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Don't worry about how far down they go. No worries there. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Just getting a nice little stretch. Exhale, press. And then with your next inhale, we're going to hold the heels up at the top. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, right leg high. And exhale, we're going to step the right foot forward as we drop to the back knee. Take an inhale breath. Let your heart grow nice and tall. And then with your exhale, half split. Staying for a few rounds of breath here, breathing nice and deep into this hamstring stretch. The other benefit of deep conscious breathing in any form of yoga we do is this breath helps us access the pose deeply and also safely. Take one more breath. All right, now you guessed it, we're going to link breath to motion. Here we go. Use your inhale to pull forward, coming back to that low lunge. And your exhale takes you back, half split. A full inhale to come forward. So you might not be moving in perfect sync with me, and that's totally okay. And that goes for any yoga class too. Always moving with your breath. Very nice. Last time through, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And here comes the change. This time inhale forward as we straighten the back leg and lift the arms up into high crescent lunge, exhaling to settle in. Good. Take another deep round of breathing in and out. Here comes our next change. With your inhale breath, we're going to pivot it open to warrior two, and same thing. Exhale, sink in. Good. Now from your warrior two, let's flow with our breath some more, shall we? Inhale, arms come up, front leg straightens. Exhale, bend. Twice more. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Last time, inhale. And exhale, hold, staying for one round of breathing on your own here. And then for our transition out, we're going to inhale the left arm forward, exhaling as the palms plant to the mat, right foot steps back. Inhale, shift forward, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, coming back to downward facing dog, taking a round of breathing as you arrive. Very nice. Next, inhale. Both heels lift as your left leg lifts out behind you. And then exhale, stepping left foot forward, dropping back knee down, and inhaling to pull your heart forward. Low lunge. Exhale, send it back, half split. Staying here for a few rounds of breathing. And just taking a little inventory of your mind during this practice. It's easy to check out when we're going through a basic yoga flow. However, it's not so easy when we continue to stay focused on linking breath to motion. Good. One more round of breathing here. And then we'll flow just like we did on the first side. With your inhale, pull forward, low lunge. And exhale, press back. Half split. And since you've been here before, try to take the full inhale to guide yourself forward, as well as that full exhale to bring you back. Good. A few more times through. Good. Last time here. And this time as we pull forward, we're going to inhale the back leg straighten and arms all the way up to high crescent, exhaling to settle into this pose. Stay for another round of breath, inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply. With your next inhale, let's open it up to warrior two and exhale to settle in to the front knee. Front knee stacking ideally over your front heel, but not beyond your front ankle. Good, and now we'll flow with the breath. With your inhale, palms up, front leg straightens. Exhale, settle in. Maybe side two, you send your gaze up between your hands, and then exhaling to send your gaze forward over the front hand. Last time here. And then we'll stay in warrior two for a round of breathing. And next inhale brings your right arm forward. Exhaling as the palms plant. Stepping your left foot back. Inhale forward. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Deep round of breath in and out here. Very nice. All right, we're going to finish strong. With your inhale, take your right leg high. Exhale, shift forward to plank, crunch knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. One of my favorite little core exercises, linking breath to motion. Exhale, cross, tap your left elbow. Good. Inhale, extend and lift. This time, right knee, right elbow, or tricep. Crunch and hold for 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Right leg lifts. Inhale, breath. And use your exhale to send your right shin forward, coming in for pigeon pose. Oh yeah. Extend your left leg long. Now, before you settle in, plant your palms to either side of your front leg. Inhale to lift your heart. And then exhale to soften your low body. Good. Now, in a pose like pigeon where it's more static, we now use our breathing to gauge how deep we want to go into the pose and also to gauge if we need to come out a little bit. So, if you're comfortable here and you feel like you could go a little bit deeper, then you can bring your arms further out in front of you, and or maybe you lower down to the forearms, or if you have a block or a bolster nearby. Continue to breathe nice and deeply here. Now, the other way to gauge the breath in a pose is if the pose is too much for you, if the stretch is too intense for you, and you notice it's not as easy to breathe deeply and normally, then you're just going to come out of it until you can. So that's another great way to use the breath as a tool to gauge where you are in a pose. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. Deep inhales, deep exhales through the nose. Last breath here. All right, from here with your next breath, we're just going to tuck those back toes and then use your inhale breath to lift and extend the right leg out behind you, and then exhale the right foot down to the mat. Side 2, here we go. With your inhale breath, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose crunch. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, cross the body, right elbow. Inhale, extend. This time, left knee, left elbow, or tricep. Crunch and hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sends it back. And exhale your way into pigeon pose, extending your right leg long. Now again, as you arrive, take a deep inhale breath, lifting your heart. And then send your exhale to your low body, inviting it to relax and soften here. And then again, we'll use the breath to gauge where we can go on side 2, noting that it can feel totally different from one side to another in your body. So perhaps you feel a little tighter here and you're going to stay right up on your palms, or perhaps you feel like you can take it a little deeper. Use your breath to find that sweet spot for you. And wherever you are here on side 2, once you find that place where you can settle into the breath and the pose, just follow your deep inhales to your deep exhales and allow that breathing rhythm to anchor your mind to the present moment. Take another deep round of breath wherever you are. And then nice and slow as you're ready, we're just going to press up onto the palms using that inhale breath. Very nice. All right. With your next breath, we're going to tuck our back right toes and use your inhale to straighten the left leg out behind you, and your exhale to set it down next to your right. Take a final round of breathing in your downward facing dog. Good. And then with your next breath, lift high onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, knees to the mat, seat to the heels, and guide yourself in to child's pose. Taking 3 deep rounds of inhales and exhales here. When you're done with those, you can slowly send the gaze forward, walk the hands back in to meet your body, and we'll come down onto the seat, ending class the way we began it. Now, there you have it, your short and sweet breakdown of linking breath to motion and a continuous flow. If you're ever feeling off in your flowing practice, you can always revisit this class. You'll always gain something new when you link your breath to your motion on your mat. A fun full circle for me that I would love to share to end class is if you are newer to Vinyasa, I filmed my very first YA Classes yoga program in this very space and its introduction to Vinyasa yoga. So if you loved what we learned here and you would like to dive deeper into that practice, I have a full program for it and you'll recognize this awesome backdrop. Thank you so much again for joining me, and namaste.